Hello, it is like 4 a.m. Yeah, almost. Yeah. I don't want to make it a short episode though, because I feel guilty for making another short episode. And I feel pretty good right now. I feel like I can record a proper episode. So I'll go do that. Yeah, I got my list of things to talk about. But let's just play the game first, and we'll go from there. A letter from the HRA. Who would have guessed I'm gonna actually read it? Notice for Jim. It's like an eviction notice. Now your home can be your castle. Enhance the beauty of the regal bed, dresser, wardrobe, vanity, sofa, table and cupboard with the regal carpet and wallpaper. Okay, it's this just like a cryptic way of saying like get better furniture. I'm just gonna water flowers, enjoy the music, walk around a little, you know. You can do the same with me. Twinkie too. Yeah, I haven't been inside Nook in 2 days now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, I just still have this thing during the weekend where I just want to stay up really late like I usually did when I didn't have a job. Because it's just fun staying up late. Like, it's nice and quiet, no one can bother you. You can do all kinds of fun stuff online. And today was a pretty great day. I just woke up, slept in a bit. Made some nice breakfast, a toasty, some scrambled eggs. I went to the store, bought some groceries, which I've actually been enjoying. This first day I bought some air fry snacks, and they were in the freezer, and today I noticed some of them were taken, which I'm guessing was by my sister. But like, I actually don't mind, because like there are... I won't eat all those snacks in a single weekend, for example. And yeah, it's just nice seeing things I buy get used by other people, I guess. Like contributing a bit to the household. I guess providing for my sister a little, even though it's just like junk food snacks. But like today I went to the store and I was only planning to get dinner. But it was like, oh, we're missing this in the house. Oh, instant money rock. Give me a moment. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was only gonna get dinner. I wasn't sure if I was gonna cook or not. I was just kind of going into the store, seeing what kind of discounts they had. Because in the Netherlands, discounts go fucking crazy. It's really stupid, to be honest. I think I've talked about this before, but they'll like increase the price so much so they can put a bunch of discounts on all the prices and do like 1+1 free, and there are like so many 1+1 free discounts. But like if you go to Germany and you buy like, oh, it's 4 AM. But yeah, if you go to Germany, you buy like the same 2 products, like the 1+1 free products, it's actually cheaper over there. Because they just increase the price for a single product so much that it's more than 2 products. But yeah, you just kind of have to deal with it and look for discounts when going shopping in the Netherlands. Or like even grocery shopping. So yeah, eventually I just decided to get some microwave meals instead, because I did so many other groceries for just the house and stuff. Like bread, stuff you put on bread, which I don't know if there's like a word for in English. I know the Dutch word, but you know, just condiments you put on bread, like cheese or deli slices, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I played some Deus Ex on my PlayStation 2. And also Metal Gear arrived today. I told about buying Metal Gear plus the Silent Hill demo. I played the Silent Hill demo. It was pretty cool. Too bad it's just the demo and not the full game, but I got so many PlayStation games now anyway, which I still need to play. So, yeah, I don't really need Silent Hill 1 right now, because I still got Silent Hill 2 and 3. And I'm playing through Deus Ex right now. And it's a pretty great time. It's kind of old, of course, but I can see past, like, things that make old games bad. Because I really just like the old graphics and just, I don't know, the sometimes older games just do things better. I really like Morrowind, for example, the Elder Scrolls 3. Just how open it is. And playing Deus Ex kind of reminds me of that. Just, it's a really open game. You have a bunch of items you can use, you got an objective, but you can just tackle that objective in any way you want. And it's really great, but yeah, like last week I played through the first level. And today I wanted to play through the second level. But I got like halfway through and then something happened with the save. I think I accidentally deleted my latest save or something. And then the save after that was like halfway through the first level. So I had to restart all over again from halfway through the first level. I was like, I might as well restart the game, but I didn't feel like doing that either. But playing through the first level again was also pretty fun, because after I completed the first level, I discovered like all the different little things, little routes you could take, for example, for the game. And the second time playing through it, I could like actually use those, and it felt pretty nice just like knowing the path, the quickest path to get to my objective. And I think that's what makes Deus Ex great. For a lot of people, the replayability and being able to like make different decisions and stuff, which is really cool. I still don't know how to feel about the genre immersive sim, which is what Deus Ex kind of started, and includes a bunch of other games like from the ones I've played, Cruelty Squad and Control Alt Ego. Which, it's also like, because Cruelty Squad was like the first one I played and I didn't play much of it. I just thought it kind of looked cool. If you don't know Cruelty Squad, like look it up, but it's got a really weird looking art style and stuff, but really cool at the same time. Like, yeah, just really, I don't know how to describe it, like, just look it up. You'll see what I mean. Cruelty Squad. It's like intentionally bad UI and stuff. But that also had like many mechanics that I also saw in Deus Ex and Control Alt Ego 2, which is another immersive sim. Also had like many mechanics that I saw in Deus Ex, so it's pretty cool to see what those games got inspired by and stuff. And the story of Deus Ex is also just really cool, because it's like 2000s sci-fi and they got like a bunch of conspiracy theories, but a lot of predictions from those conspiracy theories actually came true, like a pandemic, for example. And just that kind of stuff, like you're playing in a future where like everyone is really poor and the people are rising up because of that, and there's this international organization that you work for. And I'm really wondering how the story is gonna play out, because like I don't really feel like I'm playing as the good guys, but I'll see what happens. But yeah, but like that not being like accidentally deleting my save halfway through the second level was kind of annoying because now I've only completed the first level, but I'm excited to play more of it. And yeah, Metal Gear Solid arrived today. I played a little bit of that. I already got the demo for it when I bought the PlayStation in the first case. Which I didn't know was a demo at the time, because it felt like a real copy of the game, but the real copy of the game is so much cooler. It's all copies of games are just so cool. Like the manual and stuff, where you got like illustrations on it, and the art is really cool, and there's a full Dutch translation of the manual that you can just read through. And then just opening the case, there are 2 discs inside, and then another disc for the Silent Hill demo. And yeah, it's just kind of a shame we don't have that anymore. But I guess the digital age of video games. Like, bring back manuals. I've got no more plans to flower. I can fish a little. Don't have my fishing rod with me. And I need to plant this flower. Where was I gonna plant this flower again? There was a house, like over here. I don't know, this area is just really confusing to me. Okay, there we go. We've got the money rock right here. I think I'll place it over here. Extend the flower bed a little. And hello, Renner. Hi there, I'm Renner. I'm traveling from town to town, honing my exterior decorating skills. Interested in commissioning a new piece? Any new pieces around town? Or perhaps you want to remove an existing piece? Let's do a new one. Street lamp? Can I do another street lamp? Wind pump? I don't know what a wind pump is, so I think I'm just gonna go for that, because I don't know what it is, and I want to see it. I'll place it, like, somewhere around here, what I like to call the residential area. That's like the place I plan to decorate. With, for example, this lamppost, and the fountain, and the flowers. Let's see. They do teleport a lot. Oh yeah, I still haven't installed the new patches. Another new patch dropped. But again, it's just like a subversion of the patch, so nothing really of note got added. But it would still be nice to install it, because then I can sit down on this tree stump and rotate around. Where am I gonna place this wind pump? I think around here. Okay, yeah, that will work. There we go. Building through this mall is so much easier than like public works projects in New Leaf. But New Leaf has it, but like, just the public works projects in New Leaf are so expensive, because that's like the only way you could decorate your town back then. It's just flowers, trees, and then the public works projects like fountains and bridges and stuff, but they cost like hundreds of thousands of bells. Here it's just 25,000, which is nice. Chinese lioness. Amazing. Talking about New Leaf. Let's get into my next comment by Missy, who's doing a New Leaf playthrough, which you should check out. Which I've said like every episode. But it's going to Snooty. Give me a moment to write it down. And it's loving the thumbnails recently. I hope this comment sends well as a letter so it satisfies your villagers. And a little smiley face there, which was actually like just, you know, a column bracket. Yeah, it's a bracket, but yeah, colon bracket, smiley face. But I changed it to this because maybe the villagers will like that more. And since this comment is kind of intentional to be written as a nice letter to a villager, which they will hopefully like, but don't feel like you have to comment in a way that makes it villagers like it in the letter. Like, type the way you wanna. And yeah, loving the thumbnails recently. I've been trying to get a bit more creative with it. Because I've got like this default template going on now for my thumbnails. But like when I type in the title, sometimes something will come up in me and I'll be like, oh, I can like make a funny thumbnail out of it. And it's also just kind of inspired by Missy's thumbnails. Who like really just check them out because their thumbnails are really some of the best. They draw like every title and then they include like one of the memes and it's really funny and good. And yeah, I've been just trying to, because I just edit my things in GIMP, which is like an open source Photoshop kind of thing. But yeah, I make what comes up in my mind for it, which is also kind of meme themed. Like the gardening episode, I just felt like I love gardening in this game, and then I felt like I fucking love gardening in this game, but I wanted to actually make the title I fucking love gardening in this game, but I feel like YouTube wasn't gonna like me swearing in the title. But there is that meme that's like, let's fucking go, and then I thought I would just include some old school RuneScape assets for it to make it like a gardener themed thing. And I think it turned out pretty well, in my personal opinion. I like the image it created. Yeah, but summer too. I don't know. I just followed the meme and then yeah. I kept improving it too. At first it was just the sun image and then the guy who I forgot his name, he's like an actor like William Farrow or something. Looking up and it was like, oh, just because it was just a rectangular image at first, and I was like, oh, let me like just erase the edges a bit so it smooths in a bit better. And then I was like, oh, let's change the temperature of the guy to be warmer, because I remember like in the color features there's like this cobalt for temperature, and then yeah, that looked better. So I'm having fun with creating thumbnails, though I don't know if I'm gonna create a special thumbnail for this one. Maybe like sleepy, I don't know, something sleepy. You'll see. I'll see if I do something special for the thumbnail. Anything else to do? Yeah, I played Lethal Company again today. I had a great time just talking to people. We played like one single game and the rest of the night was just talking. And now I've got some new friends, which I may or may not ever talk to again. But we had some great conversations. It was a guy who was from Croatia, but he was living in the Netherlands, so he spoke some Dutch, which was really cool. and we talked about like politics and programming, because we all just there was also a guy from England there, and we just talked, and he was also a developer for a bit, so we talked about that. And mainly about that and stuff. And yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, Leave a Company also got an update, which added like a bunch of new features, which I'm not familiar with yet, but it was just kind of mysterious to me. There were like new plants and stuff. And also, Northern Lion is back, my favorite streamer. He's just a bald Canadian guy. I find him funny, because he says funny stuff. And he played some Leave a Company too, which is... I really like watching his streams with Leave a Company. And then he also played Mario Party, which he plays more often, but he was like away for like 2 weeks, and I thought it was 3 weeks, so I didn't even notice like for a while this week that he was back. And then he started he played a bit of Leave a Company, which is one of my favorite games to watch of his, and he hasn't played it in like a year. And Mario Party, also one of my favorite games to watch of his, because he just talks and that's what he's best at. It's like watching a comedian, kinda. And he also played Counter-Strike, and as you know, if you've watched a bunch of these, I like playing Counter-Strike. I've started playing Counter-Strike because of him. And I find his Counter-Strike streams also really funny. So, yeah, I had a great time with that. Oh, another fossil. Okay, let me just analyze those. And then I'll close up. Because I really should go to bed. I hope I've been managing fine with my sleep schedule so far on the weekend. Because I just take a bunch of melatonin before I go to bed, and then I can usually fall asleep on time. Usually with a few less hours, but like nothing crazy. Nothing like I used to do in uni, where I would sometimes not sleep. Because my sleep schedule just wasn't there. And also, I don't know, just the stress of the next day makes me like unable to sleep. And with uni especially, because it was only like 2 days a week you had to physically be there. It was like a special day. For work, it's just, oh, it's another day of work, and I don't stress too much about it, I guess. And I think I'm able to fall asleep easier. But it's also when I go on vacation, like the day before I go on vacation, I'm unable to sleep because my mind just keeps thinking about it and stuff. But yeah, it's still weekend. It's technically Sunday. For me, it's Saturday because I like saying that the day doesn't start or end until I go to sleep or wake up. So it's still Saturday in my opinion, and still weekend, and I can enjoy another night up and sleep in for one more day, and then it's time to work again. But yeah, look forward to the Monday episode, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Thank you for watching this far. I just really appreciate anyone watching. It's really cool that you're checking this out. You're a really cool person. And with that, goodbye.